review. Polynomial operations review. So did anyone finish this one? When we combine like terms, what do we end up getting when we do this? We started with this one. Perfect. So 5a squared minus 2a squared is 3a squared. I have a negative 4ab and a negative 3ab, which gives me a negative 7ab or minus 7ab. And then I have a positive 3b squared and a positive 5b squared, which is a positive 8b squared. Question number 2a and b say arrange the polynomial so that the powers of x are in descending order. Remember, that is called standard form of a polynomial. That is called standard form. We put them in descending order. I want you to make sure that you know it's called standard form in case you read directions that say put the polynomial in standard form. So, ma'am, what do you have? Go ahead, Gianna.
Negative 2x cubed plus 5x squared minus x plus 4.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Who can do the second one for me? Someone other than Violet or Gianna. Go ahead, Tiana. Jaden, I'll give you the next one. Perfect. So do you guys remember standard form? We're putting, do we not have pencils over there? Because if we don't, we need to get up and get one out of the student center. You guys should be writing stuff down. Even if you have filled out notes, you just still should be picking up your pencil and writing stuff down. You know that. You have blank notes. Number 3, we started this one and then I left, right? Find the area of the shaded region. So when we take a binomial times a binomial, we can either FOIL, right? Which is like that double distribution. But some of you guys like the box, so I drew both. What method do you want to use? Do you want to FOIL or do you want to use double distribution? The box or the double distribution? Box, okay. So the box, remember, is the area model. X times 2x is 2x squared. Jaden, can you do this one for us? X times negative 1 is 3 times 2x is, and 3 times negative 1. Jaden, what do you remember about this? What's unique about the diagonals? Perfect. So what do I end up with for the area of my large? Very nice, sir. Can you do the next one as well? Can you distribute this? X times x is? Perfect. And x times 2 is? All right. So we're subtracting the area of the small from the area of the large. What happens when we have a negative outside of a parenthesis? We have to distribute that. So this is going to become a negative x squared, and this is going to become a negative 2x. So I'm going to move that down here. Negative x squared and negative 2x. So let's see. Negative 3 doesn't have anything to be combined with, so I'm just going to bring down my negative 3. Positive 5 minus 2x is a positive 3x. And 2x squared minus 1x squared is x squared. So this is the area of the shaded region. We took the area of the large minus the area of the small. Okay. All right. I know my picture doesn't look like this, but still, did we figure this out? Did you guys, anyone solve this? Zan, what'd you do? Tell us what you did after we set this up. Combine your like terms. That's awesome, Zan. Keep going.
So 3x plus 10 equals 64, and then I subtracted the 10, and then I got 3x equals 54, and then I divided the 3, so x equals 18. And then I did 18 plus 5 because I plugged in with x.
Okay.
36.
Yep.
And then I got 23. So the length of PR would be 18. The length of PQ would be 23. And the length of QR would be 23.
Awesome job. Do you remember what your units were for this? Centimeters. So make sure you put that if you're like attach units if it gives you an option, okay? Good job. Good job, you guys. That's awesome. I didn't know if you'd get that far. Very nice. Did anybody get to the back side? Yeah? Okay. I'm going to hold up for a second because I see some kiddos are still writing. Say again. This one? What is this answer for? This right here? Perfect. It's absolutely perfect. Are we ready to go on? Okay. So we're finding the product. I'm going to try to do back and forth. I'll do a box on one and I'll use arrows on the other one. So let's use arrows for this one. R times R, Seamus. Okay. R times a positive 2, Seamus. Yes, sir. Ashton, negative 9 times R. Negative 9 times 2. Uriah, final answer, simplified. Combine your like terms. What do you get? So I have a positive 2 and a negative 9. What's positive 2 minus 9? Negative 7R, right? 9 is bigger, so you keep the sign of the larger. Okay. So R squared minus 7R minus 18. All right. Matthew and Brian, I'm coming to you. Who wants to go first? Brian, you got it? What is 5x times 3x, Brian? 15x squared. X times x is x squared, okay? What is 5x times 1? 5x. Matthew, negative 4 times 3x. Awesome. And negative 4 times a positive 1. Matthew, can you give me the final answer, simplified? You can only combine those two terms in the middle. Help out, Braden. Yeah, but what's the whole thing? I want the final answer. The whole thing. What's the whole polynomial? Minus 4, yes, sir. 15x squared minus 7x minus 4. All right. Delilah and Cameron, I'm coming to you. Delilah, I'm going to have you go first. 5L times 5L. I'll do this as a box. Sorry, I forgot to do that. Let me set that up really fast. 5L plus 6 and 5L and a negative 6. So area method. Delilah, what is 5 times 5 and L times L? 25L squared. Yes, ma'am. And what is 5L times 6, Delilah? 30L. Cameron, negative 6 times 5L. And Cameron, negative 6 times positive 6. What happens to my negative 30L and my positive 30L, Cameron? They cancel out. So what do I have left, Bailey? Did you say you don't know? Pardon me? What do you have left? If these cancel out, You got to talk a little bit louder. Minus 36. I know that you guys can speak. This is ridiculous, this whole whispering. Okay, Kimber, you're up next. What does this mean when I have a quantity squared? What does it mean? What am I taking? I'm taking 3x minus 2 and doing what with it? When I square something, it means to multiply it by itself. So 3x minus 2. Do you want a box or do you want arrows, Kimber? Arrows? Kimber, what is 3x times 3x? It is 9x what? Good job. What is 3x times negative 2? Awesome. What is negative 2 times 3x? What is negative 2 times negative 2? A negative times a negative is a? Combine your like terms in the middle. Tell me what you have left over. Good job. 9x squared minus 12x plus 4. Okay. Amalia, you've got number 7, okay? So we're just going to do it a little bit at a time. So when we distribute this number on the outside, we are not only multiplying the coefficients, but we have to remember the rule about exponents. If the base is the same and we multiply, we add, okay? So Amalia, negative 3x squared times 1x squared is negative 3x to what power? What's 2 plus 2? 4. Good job. Negative 3x squared times a negative 3x. What's a negative times a negative? 3 times 3 is? And remember this x on the inside has a power of 1. So what's my total exponent? Good job. Last one, negative 3x squared times 5. Negative 3 times 5 is? Negative 15x squared. All right. Justice, you feel like you can get us started on B if I set up a box? No? I'm going to do a 3 by 3 box. Jansen, you feel like you can get us started if I build a box for us? No? I think you can. I'm going to give you and Justice both a chance. So let's see. I have 2x squared, negative 3x, and a positive 1. And then I'm going to put my x squared here, my 5x, and my negative 9. Okay. So Justice, what is x squared times 2x squared? Huh? So we're going to multiply the coefficients. 2 times 1 is? And remember, when we multiply, if the base is the same, we add the exponents. So 2x to the power of 4. What is x squared times a negative 3x? So 1 times negative 3 is? Negative 3. And add the bases, or bases are the same, add the exponents. So x squared times x is x to what power? 2 plus 1 is? Words. Hello. Thank you so much. Last one. X squared times 1 is? Good job. Okay, you're up, Jansen. So 5x times 2x squared. Multiply the coefficients first. 10 and good job, 10x cubed. So 5x times a negative 3x is? Perfect. And 5x times 1 is? Awesome. Carla, you feel like you got the last part of it? Negative 9 times 2x squared is? Awesome. Negative 9 times negative 3x is? Awesome. And the last one? Awesome. Good job, you guys. Okay, so Lorenzo, we're going to do some combining of like terms. So I'm going to kind of group them for you, Lorenzo, so you can see what's going on. Travis, I want you to pay attention because you're going to help out with this. So Lorenzo, this first term does not have anything it can be combined with. So it just comes out front. 2x to the fourth. These two terms both have the same base raised to the same power. So what is 10x cubed minus 3x cubed? Yes, sir. Positive 7x cubed. I'm going to give you one more. Okay, Lorenzo. Might want to grab your calculator. I have, this should be x squared right here. Sorry, negative 18x squared. So I have a negative 18x squared, a negative 15x squared, and a positive 1x squared. So this is negative 18 minus 15 plus 1. Awesome. Good job. Negative 32x squared. Travis, you're up. Okay, you ready? Travis, I have 27x plus 5x. And my last term. Good job. So here is your final answer. Good job, you guys. So remember to use that box if it's, if that's the method that works for you. Okay. Draw a box. Questions on those top 6? Who needs to see that still? Okay. We have a question about perimeter. Someone tell me what perimeter is, first of all. I forgot. Perimeter. All the sides added up together? Okay. So if I add up all of these sides, I get 7x plus 9. I need to know what this measure is. So let's see. I took the side 3x minus 1, and to that I added the side 2x plus 4 plus my I don't know side, and it equals 7x plus 9. What is another way that I could figure that out? How could I work backwards? Yeah, subtract each one of these sides from the given perimeter, and whatever you have left is the missing side. So 7x plus 9 minus 3x minus 1 minus 2x plus 4. That's how we're going to solve that. So what do I need to do with those negatives outside of the parenthesis? Distribute them. So I'm going to rewrite this right here. So I have 7x plus 9. This negative distributed through gives me a, keep going. Perfect. Awesome. You feel like you can combine those like terms, Tiana? What's 7 minus 3 minus 2? Awesome. And what is a positive 9 plus 1 minus 4? Awesome. So our missing side is 2x plus 6. Good job, you guys. That's awesome. Are we doing okay? All right, next one. So we have quite a few operations taking place in here. We have some multiplication or double distribution. We have some addition and some subtraction. Order of operations says we have to do what first, Jansen? Do we multiply first, do we add, or we subtract? Multiply. So I have to take care of this first. Delilah, do you want me to make a box or do you want me to use arrows? Arrows? Okay. So Delilah, x times 2x is awesome. I don't know why that keeps doing that. 2x squared. Perfect. X times negative 3. 4 times 2x is 8x. And 4 times negative 3, negative 12. Good job. And then I'm just going to bring the rest of these terms along. Plus 4x squared. Braden, you're going to simplify all this for us. Plus 7x minus 10. Braden, let's combine like terms. What are the first pair of like terms that you see? Okay, are there any more just x's all by themselves? Okay, so what's negative 3 plus 8x plus 7x? 8 minus 3 is 5, plus 7 is? So 12x. What else do you see that can be grouped together? Negative 12 and negative 10 give me what? 22. Okay. What else do you see that can be grouped together? Yeah, and that's actually a positive 2x squared. I know it looks like it's a negative, but it's really not. It's a positive 2x squared. So 2x squared plus 4x squared is? Okay. Is this in standard form, Matthew? No. Can you put it in standard form really quickly? Perfect. Answer choice D. Good job. Next page. Exponents. Which expression is equivalent? I want you to think about exponents. So when we have a power outside of a power, we distribute that, which means we multiply. When we have a power outside of a power, we distribute that, which means we multiply. So I'm going to leave the x squared the way it is, times the y to the 5th power, times, what is x squared to the power of 3? 2 times 3 is what, Ashton? Oh, go ahead. Yep, x to the 6th. Go ahead, Gianna. And y cubed to the 4th power is? Gianna, simplify this. What can I add together and end up with? And that gives me? 7. And then you could do, 8. I gotcha. That's okay. 5 plus 12, which would be 17. So C is the answer. C is the answer. Good job. All right. Next example. Uriah, tell me the base is the same, so I add the exponents. So what's my final answer? It's the whole number 1. How did you get that? Well, negative 1 plus 4 is what? And 3 minus 3 is? And x to the 0 is 1, right? Any non-zero number to the power of 0 equals 1. We learned that, right? Any non-zero number to the power of 0 equals 1. Number 12, we have to find the area of both rectangles. We have to find the area of both rectangles. Total area, so we're going to add them. And on your paper, I think I wrote in the area of the large, did I not? Yeah, you should have that this is 2x squared minus 4x minus 1. So, Cameron, tell me how I'm going to find the area of the small. How am I going to find the area of the small shape? Area is length times width. So what's that going to look like? Yes, 3x plus 4 times the quantity of 2x minus 1. Cameron, do you like arrows or boxes? Arrows. Cameron, 3x times 2x is? Awesome. And 3x times negative 1 is? 4 times 2x, Cameron. And 4 times negative 1. Combine like terms, Bailey, and finish it up for us, please, and thank you. Can you say it all again? I'm sorry. Okay. Negative 3 plus 8 is? Minus 4. And then to that, we're going to add the area of the large, which is 2x squared minus 4x minus 1. So we are adding these, Bailey. So tell me what you get when you add all those together. 6x squared plus 2x squared is? Positive 5 minus 4 is? Negative 4 and negative 1 is? Awesome. Good job. Questions about that? So I think that's a multiple choice. I think it's answer choice what? A. It's answer choice A. Do you guys remember how we stacked the polynomials on top of each other? So we put them in standard form, negative 4a squared plus 8a. And then we just lined up the like bases, like powers, right? So the 9a can go below the 8a, and this 4 constant has to be all by itself. So as long as you match the variable term with its power, you can just add them up vertically like you learned how to just do regular numbers, like multi-digit numbers. So when I add these up vertically, I get negative 4a squared plus 17a plus 4. Are y'all good with that? Do you remember that method? Do you feel comfortable with that method? Because I think we did well with that. Okay. All right, Ashton, you feel like you can own this one? You got some crazy stuff happening here. Okay, what do you want to do first? Yeah, I need to distribute that 3. So I'm going to rewrite my x plus, what is 3 times 4x, Ashton? And what is 3 times 5y squared? And then I'm just going to bring along the rest of the terms. Plus x squared minus 6y squared. What are the things that you can combine?
15y and then negative 6y.
So 15y squared minus 6y squared is 9y squared. Perfect. What else can you combine?
12x.
What is 12x plus 1x? Okay. And all by itself? Positive x squared. Yeah. So what answers choice should we get? C. Okay, we're almost done. Almost done. All right. Find the product. This just is the same thing as saying b plus 3 times b plus 3. B times b is b squared. B times 3 is 3b. 3 times b is 3b. And 3 times 3 is 9. Combine my like terms in the middle. B squared plus 6b plus 9. Answer choice D. Good job. Which expression is equivalent to the quantity of x plus 2 times the quantity x squared plus 2x plus 3? I made myself a 2 by 3 box. So I'm going to put my x and my 2 right here. And then I'm going to put my x squared, my 2x, and my 3. Brian, first box, x times x squared is, yeah, 1x cubed. Good job. Keep going. X times 2x is, okay. And x times 3 is, awesome. Kimber, next Next row, 2 times x squared is, and 2 times 2x is, and 2 times 3 is. Justice, do you feel like you can finish it out for us by combining the like terms? Give me a final answer. My first bubble is what? All by itself. Help them out, Carla. Can't be combined with anything. What is that? Okay, x to the third. And then 2x squared plus 2x squared is? Perfect. 4x plus 3x is? Last term, plus 6. Answer choice, D. A rectangular pen has a length that is 3 feet greater than its width. So I'm going to draw this little box, and I'm going to label my width and my length, and I'm going to say that my length is 3 feet greater than my width. It says if both dimensions are increased by 5, meaning I add 5 this way and I add 5 this way, what are your new measures? Well, my length now becomes W plus 3 plus 5, which is W plus 8. And my width now becomes W plus 5, which is just that, W plus 5. So it asks me to find the area in of the new pen. So n equals, well, length W plus 8 times my width W plus 5. Seamus, do you want a box or do you want to use arrows? W times W, Seamus. Awesome. W times 5. Yes, sir. 8 times W. And 8 times 5. All right. Lorenzo, you feel like you can combine those terms in the middle and give me a final answer? Yeah. W squared plus 13W plus 40. Nice job, guys and gals. So answer choice C. Answer choice C. Your trapezoid, I made sure that I put measurements on. I marked your height as 4. I said that your B1, your first base, was x minus 2. And I said your B sub 2, your second base, was x plus 7. We have to find the area, and we're given the formula. The area equals 1/2 times the height times the sum of B1 plus B2. So we're just going to substitute in some values. So I have 1/2 times 4. Jaden, once I plug all these in, I'm going to come to you, okay? B1 is x minus 2 plus B2, which is x plus 7. All right, Jaden, where do you want to start? Yeah, what is half of 4, Jaden? Okay, 2 times. Can we do any combining inside that parenthesis? What's x plus x, Jaden? And -2 plus -7. Last step, we have to take that 2 that's outside and do what with it? What do I get? Final answer. Good job. Answer choice A. You guys are awesome. Last one. Given a square, what do we know about squares? Yeah, they have the same side length. So given a square with side length x, each dimension is increased by 3. So what are my new measurements of my square? Yeah, times x plus 3, right? Well, we need to figure out the area. Tiana, you got it? Okay, go ahead. Arrows or box? Okay. x times x, x times 3, 3 times x, and 3 times 3. Final answer. Perfect. Awesome, awesome.